Concrete mix design. So you know what is meant by concrete. So what are the ingredients of concrete? Concrete ingredients are so of course cement, water, fine aggregate, and coarse aggregate. So generally these are the ingredients. Sometimes we may use some admixtures to increase the workability and all. Okay, sometimes. So mixed design means here we need to fix the proportions of these ingredients. So mixed design means fixing of proportions of ingredients. Okay, so we have IS code method for this purpose. Okay, so IS method in Indian standard method for method of mixed design. Okay, so for any mixed design, first we should know for what strength we are designing the mix, for what workability we are designing the mix, and of course for what exposure conditions. You know what is exposure condition, right? Mild, severe. Okay, those exposure conditions. Okay, so that is for durability basis. Okay, that means the mixed design must be based on the mixed design must be based on 28 days compressive strength. That is characteristic compressive strength, right? How much it is required? Suppose it is 30 means it is M30 concrete. Okay, so compressive strength, comma durability. Okay, structure may be some coast on the coastal side. Okay, that may be exposing to the seawater. So that exposure condition will be different. So for given durability and required workability. Okay. You know, workability for different elements, it may be different. Suppose for slab concreting, workability, lesser workability is okay for slab concreting. But for column concreting, more workability is required. Okay. So based on three things, okay, these three things, compressive strength, durability, and workability. Based on this, we need to design the mix. That means we need to fix the proportions. Okay. So the process is very simple. First, we should understand what is target mean strength. Already you know that target mean strength, right? So target mean strength. So target mean strength is characteristic compressive strength plus 1.65 times of standard deviation, right? You know why it is, okay? That means suppose mean strength is this one. Characteristic strength means what? Below that value, only 5% results will be there. Okay. Below that value, 5% results will be there. That is FCK. So according to normal distribution, the gap between this 5% and 50% is 1.65 times of standard deviation. So based on the grade of concrete, so we need to find target mean strength. So suppose M20 concrete means FCK is 20. So how to know this standard deviation? So standard deviation initially we don't know. That's why standard deviation we need to assume. Okay, here FCK characteristic compressive strength. Okay, example 20 megapascal for M20 concrete and so on. Okay, SCK. But sigma is standard deviation. So based on quality control, we need to assume this standard deviation. Okay, it should be assumed based on quality control. So some guideline. I mean, suppose example I will give. Suppose for M30 concrete, very good quality control is there. If very good quality control is there, then sigma can be 5. Okay. Good means 6. Fair means 7. Like that. So code specifies that sigma values. Okay. So based on the code, I mean, based on the quality control we have on the concrete, so we need to assume this standard deviation. So finally, we fix this target mean strength, right? So we get this target mean strength. After getting this target mean strength, we need to find water cement ratio. Water cement ratio. See, what is meant by water cement ratio? It's a ratio of mass of water to mass of cement. That is mass of water by mass of cement. Actually, by increasing the water, that means for a bag of cement, suppose bag of cement is generally 50 kgs, right? Suppose 25 liters of water is using here, okay, for 50 kg cement. For 50 kg cement, 25 liters are used, means water cement ratio 0.5. Okay, example, if 25 liters of water is used for 50 kg of cement, then water cement ratio equal to how much? 25 liters means of 25 liters of water means how many kg? 1 liter of water is 1 kg, right? Pure water. So 25 kg by 50 kg, that is 0.5. If you see actually strength versus water cement ratio for a given cement content, strength versus water cement ratio, if you see, the graph will be like this. Suppose this is water cement ratio, this is the strength, target mean strength. If you see, the graph may be like this. As water content, I mean water cement ratio increases, obviously target mean strength will decrease. Okay, why means, see, more water if you use, what happens? More water is there, obviously the mix will be, workable. That means more workability will be there. With more water content, workability will be more. That means more workability means you can mix the concrete very easily. You can transport the concrete very easily. You can place very easily. Of course, you can compact, okay, very easily. So that easiness you will get with workability, right? More workability means. So more water, definitely you will get more workability. But see, after drying, what happens? The water evaporates. So water evaporates means at that location, air voids will be there. So that means porous, it becomes porous concrete. So more water you are using, obviously, what happens? The concrete becomes more porous. That means more porous means less strength. Okay. That means, so shall we go for lesser water content? Why we need to add water to the cement? See, actually, chemical reaction will take place, right? So for chemical reaction purpose, we need to add some water. Not only for chemical reaction purpose, for workability purpose also we need to add water. So of course, for chemical reaction, around water cement ratio of 0.3 is enough. Okay, water cement ratio of 0.3 is enough for chemical reaction point of view, but workability point of view, almost more than 0.4 is required. So obviously, if you take care of that workability, then chemical reaction automatically will be taken care of. No need to worry about chemical reaction. So as much as possible, you should try to use less water. Okay, but maintaining required workability. So workability is also important. If you don't have sufficient workability, obviously honeycomb concrete will be resulted. So that is also not good. Honeycomb means complete big voids will be there inside. Okay, compaction cannot be achieved. So to achieve the compaction or placing all these things, okay. So of course workability is also very important. So workability as well as strength both are equally important. That's why by maintaining workability, we need to achieve required strength. That is our goal. So that's why, so these curves will be available in code. Okay. So strength versus water cement ratio. So based on this, mean target strength, target mean strength, you can get the required water cement ratio. So water cement ratio can be fixed like this. Clear? I can work. Sirisha, clear, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next thing is, so after fixing this water cement ratio, we need to fix one more thing, that is water content and total aggregate ratio. Find to total aggregate ratio. Water content and total water content and find to total aggregate ratio. Find to total aggregate ratio. So actually, see, water content means, see, what is meant by water content? Water cement ratio is different. Water content is defined as here in this concrete. Water content is defined. Water content equal to kg of water, mass of water divided by mass of water required per 1 cubic meter of concrete, volume of concrete. That means it is actually kg per meter cube. Kg of water or liters of water. Okay, both, because 1 liter equal to 1 kg, you can use both. Okay, so mass of water required per 1 meter cube of concrete is called water content. Okay, of course this water content here again, of course, depends on maximum size of aggregate used in the concrete. Okay, so how much concrete, I mean how much maximum size of aggregate can be used means, of course, for higher grade concretes like M40, M50, above M35. Okay, above M35, so lesser size of aggregate should be used. Okay, why means, see, aggregate size is more, then obviously stress concentrations will be more. Okay, non-homogeneity and stress concentration, based on, because of that you will not achieve the strength. That's why to achieve the more and more strength, aggregate size must be lesser and lesser, of course. Okay, so to achieve the more strength, aggregate size must be less. And one more thing, maximum size of aggregate of course depends on the thickness of the element. Suppose slab thickness is 100 mm. Okay, so of course 1/4 only you can use. Okay, aggregate size should not be more than 1/4 of the thickness. And one more thing, the gap between the, I mean reinforcement, also needs to be considered. Suppose gap between the reinforcement is 50 mm, so aggregate size should not be exceed 45. That means 5 mm must be lesser than that spacing, because the aggregate should pass in between of the spacing of the reinforcement. That's why, so we, and also cover, of course, suppose cover is 40 mm, the aggregate should not be exceeding the 35 mm. So 5 mm should be lesser than the cover as well as spacing of the reinforcement. Okay. So all these things needs to be considered. Okay. While fixing the maximum size of aggregate. Okay. So generally aggregate will be, coarse aggregate. The coarse aggregate size will be generally 10 to 20 mm, right? Sometimes you can go for 30 mm also, of course, for lesser grade of concretes. So generally, so mix, the gradation will be there. Some 10 mm also will be there. 20 mm also will be there. Mixing will be there. Okay, generally. So here, approximate, water contents are like this. Note down this table. Nominal maximum size of aggregate. Nominal maximum size of aggregate, water content in kg per meter cube, and one more thing, fine to total aggregate ratio. That means fine to total aggregate means fine aggregate divided by total aggregate. Okay. So percentage means into 100. That means let us assume it is a P. That means percentage of fine aggregate in total aggregate, right? So total aggregate means fine aggregate as well as coarse aggregate, right? In the total aggregate, sand, fine aggregate means sand. Sand, how much percent we are using? That is the ratio. Fine to total aggregate ratio means sand percentage in the total aggregate is called fine to total aggregate ratio. So water content as well as sand percentage depends on, that means water percentage and sand percentage depends on, actually water percentage means here water content, okay, on total in 1 meter cube of volume of concrete how much water is there, as well as sand percentage, both depend on maximum size of aggregate we are using in the concrete. Suppose for grades up to M35, okay, for grades up to M35, suppose 10 mm aggregate is used, then 208 is the water content, okay, and sand percentage must be 40%. That means 40% means 40% sand and 60% coarse aggregate, like that, okay. Similarly, if 20 mm aggregate is the maximum size of aggregate used in the concrete, then 186 kg of 186 liters of water must be used per meter cube of concrete, and it is percentage of fine aggregate is only 35. Similarly, if maximum size of aggregate used is 40 mm, then water content is 165 and sand percentage is 30%. Similarly, for grades above M35, sometimes you may need to design M50, M60 also for high-rise buildings, okay. High-rise buildings like 20-story, 30-story buildings. So you should go for at least M50, something like that, okay. So then if 10 mm aggregates maximum size is used, then 200 is the water content. See, these values no need to remember, just for your idea, okay, for your having an idea purpose I am giving you. So 20 mm aggregate is used, then 180 kg per meter cube can be used as a water content, and 25% of sand is required, okay. See, for grades of concrete above M35, so maximum size of aggregate should be restricted to 20 mm. You should not go for more than that, okay. So these values are given in IS 10262 1982, okay. You can find these values there in this code, okay. So here we need to fix these two things, water content as well as, see, based on the aggregate size, these two things we need to fix, okay, water content and fine to total aggregate ratio. These two things we need to fix. See, already water cement ratio has been fixed. Now water content as well as fine to total aggregate ratio also has been fixed. Now then, how to find cement content? See, water content is there already, cement content. How to find cement content? Cement content. And one more note here. Note. See, these values are this water content and fine to total aggregate ratio. These values are, based on some assumptions. That assumptions are basically aggregate grading 2 for fine aggregate. These are based on sand grading 2. See, sand grades will be 4 types actually: grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. So based on grade 2, these values have been fixed. Similarly, workability means you can go for compaction factor. So workability can be measured in three tests, right? Number 1 is slump cone test. Number 2 is VB time. Number 3 is compaction factor. Okay, compaction factor of 0.8 is used here. Suppose you are using other than these values, then corrections are required basically. Similarly, water cement ratio 0.6. Water cement ratio 0.6. So these are the assumptions actually. So you are using other than these values. Suppose you are using grade 3 or grade 4. Compaction factor may be 0.9 or 0.7. Water cement ratio may be 0.5 or 0.61. So you can modify. Okay, some corrections must be applied. Okay. So one more thing here, durability also we need to take care of. Okay, durability. So while fixing this, what is that water cement ratio? So we need to have an idea on durability also. So durability means, so durability criteria also we'll discuss first. Durability. So based on durability conditions, type of exposure. You know, 5 types of exposures are there, right? Mild, moderate, severe, very severe, and extreme. So for a given exposure condition, suppose RCC concrete, maximum water cement ratio. Maximum water cement ratio for mild exposure 0.55 only. For moderate 0.5, severe 0.45, very severe also 0.45, extreme 0.4. Suppose you are having, water cement ratio more than this. So see, we are fixing water cement ratio based on target mean strength versus water cement ratio. So note here, if water cement ratio obtained is more than the value based on exposure condition. Exposure condition, we need to restrict the value to the value, restrict the value to what? Exposure condition value. Suppose you are getting water cement ratio of 0.59, there 0.54. Obviously, you should restrict to 0.54 only. So that means both criteria we need to satisfy. Okay, strength as well as durability, both we need to satisfy. Similarly, not only this maximum water content, minimum cement content also we need to satisfy. What is cement content we will discuss. minimum cement content. Cement content basically kg of cement required per meter cube of concrete. Okay, so minimum cement content required is 300 kg for mild, moderate also 300 kg, severe 320 kg, 340 kg for very severe, and 360 kg for extreme. And minimum grade of concrete also we need to follow. Minimum grade of concrete. See, these are for RCC, not for PCC. For RCC, I am explaining here. Okay. So in mild exposure, M20 is the minimum grade of concrete needs to be used. For moderate exposure, M25 we need to use minimum grade of concrete. Severe condition, M30 must be used. Very severe, M35, and extreme conditions, M40 is the minimum grade of concrete must be used. Okay. So these things we need to follow to take care of durability. Okay. For PCC also similar values are given. Okay. Clear? Kirti, clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will see what is the cement content. Already we have arrived at water content, right? So water content is based on maximum size of aggregate. So water cement ratio is also there with us. Okay. Now we need to find cement content. Cement content is nothing but mass of cement by volume of concrete. Okay, that is kg per meter cube. It is very simple because you know water cement ratio is nothing but water cement ratio is what? Mass of water by mass of cement. Just by dividing with the meter cube on both sides, that means water content divided by cement content, right? Water cement ratio is nothing but water content by cement content. That means how to find cement content now? Cement content equal to water content by water cement ratio. So we got cement content also. So what else is required for 1 meter cube of concrete? So for 1 meter cube of concrete, how much water is required, how much cement is required has been fixed. Now we need to fix how much fine aggregate is required, how much coarse aggregate is required. That is important, right? So before that, see in concrete some air voids also will be there, right? Air voids also will be there in concrete. So how much air voids must be there, or how much air voids are must be allowed? Okay, that also we need to understand. So air voids in volumetric basis, okay, in percentage of air voids, like that. Okay, so for that also some guidelines are there. Approximate air content. Approximate air content. So air content here can be defined as in percentage volume. Okay, percentage volume expressed in percentage volume. Okay, so this also depends on maximum size of aggregate. So nominal maximum size of aggregate and percentage air volume, percentage air. Okay. Okay. So first, suppose 10 mm aggregate are using, then 3% of air voids will be there. 20 mm, then 2%. 40 mm, 1%. Okay. So these are the guiding purpose only. So Suppose purposefully you may need some more air content sometimes. So based on requirement, suppose the concrete is laying in the cold region, the temperature variations are much more. So if temperature variations are there, then obviously freezing and thawing will be there. So for that, actually better to have more air voids actually. That's why you can have whatever air content you want. Okay. So after fixing this air content, now you can fix coarse aggregate and fine aggregate percentages also. Okay. So now fine and coarse aggregate content. First we will see fine aggregate. So you know P is there with us. P equal to what? Fine aggregate by total aggregate into 100. Okay. Based on this, you can find total aggregate. Total aggregate equal to fine aggregate by P into 100, right? Total aggregate equal to fine aggregate by P into 100. Okay. So based on this, we will find fine aggregate percentage. Okay. I mean fine aggregate content. So we'll see formula. Fine aggregate. How to fix we'll see. You know relation total volume equal to okay volume of water plus volume of cement plus volume of total aggregate plus what? Volume of air, right? This only, right? Anything else? Volume of water, volume of cement, volume of total aggregate and volume of air. So now volume of, you see, volume of air, you know, how much percentage? V minus V air equal to volume of water plus volume of cement plus volume of total aggregate. Okay, that's all. Now you see, volume of water is nothing but mass of water, you know, mass of water. Mass of water by density of water, right? Mass of water by density of water. So cement volume, mass of cement by what? Density of cement. Density of cement is rho W into specific gravity of cement. Specific gravity of cement is 3.15. You should remember that, okay? Similarly, plus volume of total aggregate. Volume of total aggregate is what? Volume of total aggregate is, okay, volume of total aggregate is volume of, okay, here I will write volume of total aggregate equal to volume of fine aggregate divided by P. Is it okay? P in fraction or into 100. In percentage is there into 100. Is it okay? Volume of total aggregate equal to volume of fine aggregate divided by P into 100. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Suppose here 100 is not there, P you can kept in, you can keep that P in ratio. So then volume of total aggregate is nothing but volume of fine aggregate divided by P. So, okay. Then what about mass of fine aggregate or volume of fine aggregate? Sorry. Mass to, you know, mass of fine aggregate by volume of fine aggregate equal to density of fine aggregate rho W into a specific gravity of fine aggregate, right? That means volume of fine aggregate equal to mass of fine aggregate divided by rho W into SFA, that is VFA. So VFA is there, VTA, then VTA is nothing but VFA by P, right? Yeah, just substitute here. Mass of fine aggregate divided by rho W into specific gravity of fine aggregate, that is sand. Of course, dividing, we need to divide with P. Why? To get the volume of total aggregate. You know this relation, right? Volume of fine aggregate divided by P is volume of total aggregate. Understood now? So that means here total volume minus volume of air equal to, see, 1 by rho W, you can take it out, mass of water plus mass of cement by specific gravity of cement plus mass of fine aggregate divided by specific gravity of fine aggregate into P. Already you know P. What is the unknown in this? Unknown is what in this equation? Unknown is, yes. See, mass of water already we have arrived. Mass of cement also we have arrived. Okay, volume of air also is there with us in percentage. Suppose if you take 1 meter cube of concrete, 2% is the air. Okay, then V is 1, volume of air is 0.02, rho of water is there, mass of water already is there, mass of cement is already is there, specific gravities you can find, cement 3.15, fine aggregate you can work out, P already you know, percentage of sand. So what is unknown here?
Mass of fine aggregate.
Yeah, unknown is mass of fine aggregate. Okay. So you can get a gate question based on this also. They based on this formula. It's very simple only. Okay. Volume masses conversion. It's very simple thing. Okay. Similarly, coarse aggregate. Coarse aggregate. You know, P equal to fine aggregate divided by fine aggregate mass by total aggregate. Then 1 minus P is what? Is it coarse aggregate by total aggregate? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, of course, based on same concept, V minus VA equal to 1 by rho W into, yes, mass of water plus mass of cement divided by specific gravity of cement. Okay. Plus, there instead of, see, volume of total aggregate, you can write like this. Volume of total aggregate equal to, here, volume of total aggregate equal to, already we have written, what? Mass of, volume of fine aggregate divided by volume of fine aggregate divided by P. Same thing you can write in another way also. Volume of coarse aggregate, okay, divided by 1 minus P. You can write like this, right? See here, coarse aggregate, volume of coarse aggregate divided by volume of total aggregate. So volume of total aggregate can be written as volume of coarse aggregate by 1 minus P. You can write like this. Okay, VTA. So that means what is VCA? Volume of coarse aggregate equal to mass of coarse aggregate divided by rho W into specific gravity of coarse aggregate. Okay, that means VTA equal to mass of coarse aggregate by rho W into specific gravity of coarse aggregate into 1 minus P, right? So in place of VTA, you can substitute here mass of coarse aggregate divided by rho W anyway common, specific gravity of coarse aggregate into 1 minus P. So what is unknown here? Unknown is mass of coarse aggregate. Okay. So here this is very simple principle only. Total volume is nothing but volume of water, volume of cement, volume of total aggregate plus volume of air. It's based on very simple thing. Okay, you can work out very simply. Okay, so finally masses. Finally, mass of water is to mass of cement is to, or otherwise reverse you can write. Mass of cement is to mass of water is to mass of coarse aggregate, sorry, fine aggregate is to mass of coarse aggregate. You can write like this. Okay, the ratio proportions. Okay. Example. Suppose take an example. Suppose cement 410 kg, mass of water 180 kg, fine aggregate 570 kg, coarse aggregate 1200 kg. Like this you will get. Okay. For these things are required for 1 cubic meter of concrete. So Weighbatcher will be there with you. Weighbatcher. So for one cement, see this can be converted for two. So every batch, suppose 50 kg of cement we are using. 50 kg cement. So 50 kg means what about this one? 180 should be multiplied with 50 and divided with 410. Right? For one bag. This also 570 multiplied with 50 and divided with 410 is to 1200 also we need to multiply with 50 and divide with 410. So 50 kg of cement, that means one bag of cement. For one bag of cement we need to add that much water, that much fine aggregate, that much mass of fine aggregate and that much mass of coarse aggregate. So generally water tank will be there. So we can fix the some liters, 24 liters, 20 liters. We can fix the water. And for fine aggregate and coarse aggregate generally, so in Weighbatcher 2 hoppers will be there. From the hoppers actually, so the weight exactly scale will be there. So you should weigh and add the these contents. Okay. So directly volume basis you should not go for that. Okay. So weight basis is very accurate and its quality control will be good. Okay. If you go for weight basis, see because of more variability in raw material. Okay, raw material of the sand or coarse aggregate or water quality. So the whatever mixed design you have arrived must be trial mixed. We need to cast trial tubes and we need to test it. So before finalizing the proportions. Okay, so trial mix is required. Okay, if trial mix is passed, then only you can finalize. Otherwise, you should change the things. Okay, some cement content must be increased, something like that. Okay, so try these mixes should be adjusted. Okay, so based on the site condition. Okay, so these are the things. Clear? Gate
Yes, sir.
Gate elanti questions వస్తాయి అర్థమైంది కదా? So example, I'll ask you on gate question. Air content 3% by volume. Water cement ratio 0.45. Okay. P, proportion of fine aggregate, percentage of sand, percentage of sand on total aggregate. total aggregate equal to 35%. Okay, P value 35%. So water content equal to water content is how much? Here values. Where is that water content? Okay, let us take 180. Water content equal to 180 kg per meter cube. Okay, so find mass of fine aggregate and mass of coarse aggregate required for 1 bag of cement. Assume specific gravity of cement equal to 3.15, specific gravity of fine aggregate equal to 2.1, specific gravity of coarse aggregate equal to 2.4. Okay, so it's very simple. So first 1 meter cube, consider 1 meter cube first. 1 meter cube of concrete. So 1 meter cube of concrete, actually total volume 1 meter cube. So air is 3%, means 0.97 only will be the total volume of these solids. So 0.97 equal to 1 by 1000. 1000 is the density of water. So what is water content? Water content is how many kg? 180 kg. So cement, see water cement ratio is 0.45. So cement how much? 180 by 0.45, right? Is it 180 by 0.45 cement by specific gravity of cement 3.15 plus mass of fine aggregate by P 0.35 into specific gravity of fine aggregate is how much? 2.1. Yeah, tell me mass of fine aggregate. (0.97 into 1000 equal to minus 180 divided by 0.45 into 3.15 equal to into 0.35 into 2.1. How much? 480? 7.32. Okay, kg. That is the mass of fine aggregate. Similarly, coarse aggregate also can work out. 1 by 1000, 180 plus 180 is mass of water. Mass of cement is 180 by 0.45 by specific gravity of cement 3.15 plus mass of coarse aggregate divided by so the proportion is 0.65 coarse aggregate into 2.4. Mass of coarse aggregate equal to 970 minus 180 minus 180 divided by 3.15 into 0.45 equal to into 0.65 into 2.4. 1034.330 kg. So now proportion is like this. Cement, water, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate equal to cement. How much cement? 180 by 0.45. How much?
400.
400 kg is to water 180 is to fine aggregate 487.32 is to 1034.30. So just divide with 8, you will get 50, right? So 50 kg is to 180 by 8 is to 487.32 by 8 is to 1034.30 by 8. So finally, for this, for 1 bag of cement, mass of fine aggregate equal to 487.32 by 8, 60.9 kg. Mass of coarse aggregate equal to 1034.3 divided by 8, 129.3 kg. So like this, I mean this kind of question you may get in GATE exam.